Welcome, Peter. Welcome to this session of Talking Photo Books.
Thank you for the invitation.
Pleasure. In preparing this session, I kept coming back to an overarching theme, the puzzle of what this strange green object on the book cover might be, the puzzle of what a utopia in concrete, a concrete utopia, as it is written in the title, could look like, and a puzzle, as we will see, of how the Alt-Erler complex, this is inside this housing complex, that Zara Pfeifer photographed between 2013 and 17, became what it is, a realized utopia that everybody loves, a lot of people love. And finally, the puzzle of how might we talk about inequality in the city in relation to this book. Let's start with that question.
It's interesting that you are asking me this question at the very beginning, because it forced me to adopt a very different and maybe even contrasting approach to the Zara Pfeifer's approach, because as you can see here from the beginning, the meine, konkrete Utopie, meine, it means like very intimate, that you use this with somebody you know very well. So it's like an intimate portrait. She starts from the inside. She does not start from the outside, from the distance. She starts from the inside. This is one of the indoor playgrounds of the Alt-Erler. So as you can see, the photos in the book are mostly from the indoor areas. This is the sport clubs, the sport club and meeting places. So she starts, her look is from the inside, from the corridors, from the clubs. So this is one of the political clubs that is empty, so a bit.
But how does that, anyways, because you chose it, relate to inequality in the city?
Yeah, okay. So let's start with this picture. This is the iconic swimming pools on the rooftops. There is 7 of them, and I've chosen this picture because it's somehow it's a metaphor for the basic concept that is called luxury for all. It's the idea that Harry Gluck, the architect of the whole Woonpark, based the Woonpark on this idea, luxury for all. So it's been like a trend during the 60s to build this step terrace housing in order to democratize the highest quality of life possible. You know, that the luxury, like the pool, is the metaphor for luxury. If you have your own pool, it means that you live this luxurious life. So
have a look. We have an inside pool too.
So it was an attempt how to democratize the luxurious goods and the highest quality of life possible. Like, you have these rooftop pools, indoor pools, and saunas, and whole infrastructure. If you look, inside to the flats. So these flats are usually very large, 4 or 5 room apartments with the balconies or the terraces, with a lot of greenery, with a lot of space, air and light. So it's like an attempt how to democratize
this idea of luxury for all was born in a certain historical moment too, right?
Of course.
Can you explain this?
It was born in this after Second World War extended vision of the welfare state, let's say. The assumption was that the societies have to transform itself into something more equal, because the pre-war societies have been very unequal, and it led to the polarization, it led to the radicalization, it led to the fascism and Nazism and all these kind of authoritarian movements that led to the catastrophe of the Second World War. And the assumption of the after-war period was that we need to transform the society into something more equal. And the housing was one of the pillars of this transformation. So it meant the public money goes to the housing, and it meant these large estate, large modernist public housing projects. that would like equalize the society, and it will provide the equal chances for all, actually.
Yeah. But somehow here we could think we have crossed some of the clubs already.
Yeah.
That, okay, everybody has his or her, their own clubs in this building. Is that very democratizing? Anyhow, it's part of the utopia as it was thought in that time. And we could say, okay, this riddle puzzle is solved. Small and old and or young and old have their spaces, their shared spaces, and their wonderful apartments.
So it
they
gives
can
you also
do whatever they want.
It gives you also a community. It's not
together.
It's not this like isolated single family house in a suburb, but it gives you also a community. So it gives you the quality of life that is usually associated with the single family houses, but it gives you not only this, like the big apartments and access to greenery and the water, the swimming pools,
as we see here
the parks.
a sauna.
Yeah, it's a sauna restroom.
Yeah.
But it also gives you the community. You are not isolated. You are also interconnected, if you want, of course. If you want, so you are interconnected to this like network of clubs. And these kind of things.
But okay. Let's say it's a realized utopia in the social sense, and people are here very equal and share the same luxury, as you said. Here we have a little glimpse of one of these buildings. I'm not sure if I will find you will find the other huge, the picture of this huge buildings.
Here,
I mean, they are really impressive.
I think that it's
in
also
the end.
here.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Here.
Here you see this. So this is a utopia made out of concrete, as the title also says. So how does that, and you're a specialist in this question now, how does social housing go along with the challenges of climate change and sustainability? So here Alt Erla also gives a certain answer, right?
Yeah, it's one of my case studies, because I'm interested in housing studies, and my research is called Affordable Housing Within Planetary Boundaries. So it means that I'm trying to connect these two things, like the social question, the housing affordability crisis, and the environmental crisis. And there is a project that is called Decarb Alt Erla, and the consortium is trying to explicitly decarbonize the whole Wohnpark. So it means change all of the windows, put some insulation around the windows, and change from gas to the renewables, the heat pumps that would be like distributed here somewhere. But at the same time, they do not want to trigger any renovations. So it means that they want to decarbonize.
Renovation means that people may not come back to their apartment if they had to leave it because the rent has risen enormously.
It usually means that the costs for the decarbonization are somehow passed to the tenants through the rent hikes. And they are trying to prevent this. They are trying to decarbonize the whole stock, but at the same time keep the affordable part. And I'm interested in how they are doing that, what kind of practices and procedures and funding opportunities they are using to do this and to achieve this goal, to decarbonize but without triggering any renovations.
Okay. I just want to turn shortly to two things. One is here we have this sketch, not a sketch, it's a really nice drawing of the whole complex, which is interesting, and it also gives us a hint to the different photos that were taken, where we have the register here in the end, where we see also a little bit this very interesting subject of red, of green and red. It somehow comes back again and again, also on this rooftop gymnastics, and of course our cover image, and here in this fitness club, and so on and so forth. But tell me, perhaps the last question. Okay, it's a realized utopia. What is the status of this, I wanted to go here, of this housing complex that is very renowned in Vienna? What is the relation to the city as such? Is it an exception? Is it different to what is housing, social housing, and now sustainable politics in Vienna or not? And I chose this because this is somehow the parking.
Yeah, this is a garage.
The garage.
The underground garage. Sometimes it's called city within the city. So it means that the whole infrastructure you need for your life is a place. You know, all the clubs, housing, maintenance service, shopping mall, church, playgrounds, sport facilities, everything is there. Also the doctors and the kindergarten and all these
also
kind
the
of things.
facility managers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's like a city within the city, but at the same time it is very well connected to the city. So it has its own U6 station, Alt-Ella. So you can
U6, which is the metro.
Yeah, yeah. So you can take the U-Bahn, the metro to the city center. It takes 20 minutes. Or you can use your car, because there is this underground garage. So sometimes there's also the criticism of these large estates that the cars are everywhere. But in Alt-Ella there are no cars. There are all cars
they are there, but
hidden.
you don't see them.
They are hidden underneath the floor.
Yeah.
But you do not have to own the car because it's like very well connected to the public transport.
So, but tell me, is it a luxury for the happy few that are living there, or how is it related? Is it different from the rest of Vienna, or?
Well, I think that it's, to a certain extent, is like distinct. It's an iconic example of this era of housing or in Vienna, but at the same time it's like very well connected to the urban fabric, like materially, but at the same time it's also rooted in the history of housing model in Vienna that is connected to Red Vienna, the interwar period. So it was like then the next step how to develop this ideas further.
The green version of the Red Vienna, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's why we
and
have
after
this.
that, after this decarbonization project, maybe there is one quotation from my interview that one person said that the Alt-Ella has been an iconic example of the social housing for the past 50 years. And after this decarbonization, it's going to be hopefully the iconic example of green social housing for another 50 years.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing me to this book.
Thank you very much for the invitation.